This is the HaltingWinter podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Today, we finish our three-part series titled Marketing Mastery. We are trying to help small business owners master their marketing through three specific things. I think these are three things that every small business owner needs to look at. Number one, we talked about audience. Know your audience. We talked about the 5 key things to think about when you are creating your specific customer avatar. Go back and listen to that episode. Last time we talked about a lead generator. A lead generator is one of the number one cost-effective ways that you can promote your business. It's going to serve you in so many ways beyond what we're going to talk about today, which is usually what everyone jumps to, and that's ads. Let's make some ads. Let's spend some money and do some advertisement. I'm telling you, that is the third thing you need to do. First, you got to know an audience before you can make an ad, and number two, you'll spend better money on a lead generator because a lead generator will last you. You can spend $1,000 a week on Facebook ads and see very little return. You can spend half that to make an incredible lead generator tool, and you'll use that for 2 years, right? And so a lead generator, much better resource. But there is a plan and a purpose for ads, for doing, especially social media ads, where I think a lot of attention is now. And so that's what I want to talk about. We could have talked about Google ads, Google words. We could have talked about a lot of things. But I'm going to do a general one. I'll probably do a more specific one later on about really targeting advertisements with all the options, Google words, YouTube, and blah, blah, blah. Today, I just want to talk about specifically, not necessarily specifically Facebook, because I won't get into the detail. You could use this for Instagram, which is Facebook. You could use this for TikTok. You could use it for any social media. And you could use it for the same thing with if you're doing a Google ad, whatever. Ads, I'm just going to think in the framework of Facebook. But this applies to kind of all ads. So 5 things to think about when you're going to build an ad, when you're going to spend money on actual advertisements. Okay, number 1, did you target an audience? You got to target an audience. This is why the first thing in marketing mastering is know your audience. The first thing that Facebook asks you when you want to build an ad is, who is this for, right? Makes you kind of narrow the game. The more general that is, the more money you are wasting. Let me say it again. The more general your advertising is, the more money you're wasting. You have to get out of the mindset that you don't want to turn people off. You have to get out of the mindset that the idea of, well, I want to serve everyone. Of course you do. Everyone does. But you can't market to everyone, because when you market to everyone, no one pays attention. So dial in the audience. Be okay thinking this is like going to hit one person. Yes, that's when you know you've hit gold. When you think your marketing is so specific that it's only going to talk to one person, that's when you actually have good marketing. The world has 7 billion people in it. Trust me, there are a few people that think alike. So even though you dial down to one person, there's plenty of people that represents. So target your audience, number 1. Number 2, then you have to think about your ad format. Am I doing an image? Am I doing a video? Am I doing a carousel? Is this just a text? Is this, right, if you were going to do a mailer, what am I doing here? Is this just a text postcard? Is there going to be an image on it? Why? Why that image? What am I doing? What am I trying to say? What am I saying in that image? Sometimes we'll think about my audience, and then you'll think about using, I saw this cool image I want to use. And you don't think, is that actually relevant to my audience? Is that actually going to turn on my audience? Is that going to captivate and reinforce the message? It's so interesting to me as I look at a lot of ads and break them down. It's so interesting to me how like opposite things are. It's like the message you said in the words on this advertisement have nothing to do with the image. You did not reinforce. You actually confused me, because the image shows this, but you're talking about this. So be careful that you don't fall in love with marketing, because then you just market to yourself, and you will think you'll have all these connections inside your brain that have nothing to do with actually what's right in front of you. So be careful. Target your audience. Target the ad format. Be very specific about what you're choosing and why. Are you using a carousel because that's really going to get the audience target? What's going to target them best? Like what's going to, it totally depends on what you're trying to do. So think about the format. Then you think about the copy. I need clear, concise, and persuasive. Copy is the words, right? So we use the word. What's a copy of an ad is the words, the verbiage we use, either the spoken word or the written word. Is it clear? Is it muddled? Is it too many words? Am I saying the same thing multiple times and I can cut back? Like, is it clear? Is there any fog? Is there any what grade level am I speaking at? Am I speaking now? If I'm trying to go after really educated people, then I want to speak in that way. But if we have a tendency sometimes, especially as small business owners, we again have the curse of knowledge. So we can speak in some ways that are disconnects. We're using terms and verbiage and things that we understand, especially in light of our business, but our customers like, what? Like, yeah, don't understand. Totally lost me. Clear, concise, persuasive. Persuade them. Marketing is about persuasion. It is not about education. I think that's it's one of the issues. We try to educate people thinking that will attract them to us. Think about dating. You're trying to date customers. Giving someone have you ever given someone your resume for a date? Oh, yeah, check me out. I think that's sometimes what businesses are doing. It's like, hey, here's my business resume. If you like that, I guess we'll continue eating dinner. No. You don't do that. You're trying to persuade. You're trying to come in and, right? What's their issue? Who are they? How can I be? That's why funny marketing works so often, right? People like funny. What do people like? Funny. People like the problem solved. People like, right? You got to think, what kind of advertising is this? What's my copy? Is it clear, concise, persuasive? So audience targeting. Number 2, ad format. Number 3, ad copy. Number 4, creative assets. Now, this is different than the video, the format. The format is it just an image? Is it a video? Is it a carousel, multiple? Is it just text, maybe on a background of color? The creative assets are once you have that idea, now you're creating some assets. Now you're creating some image to go with it. You maybe in that video, what kind of video? Is this eye-catching? Is it relevant to your message? This is what I said in the beginning, the format. You need to know. Maybe I talked a little bit more about the components not messing up your message in the first one. I would say in the first one, in the format, you need to think, hey, what can I do best? If you can't create compelling video, then don't use compelling video. If you don't have a budget to make a really good video, then do not do a video. You may say, do I do an image or do I do a carousel? Well, are you doing a carousel just because you have a lot to say about it? Or are you doing a carousel because, right? Carousel is multiple, it's like swipe. It'll be like 5 images with text together. You would use a carousel because you're attracting them into the journey. That you have good copy and good content that's compelling them to click, and then boom, you have the take action slide. And so you used a carousel because it worked with your copy. It worked with your message. It was a good tactic. If you just want that because you want to say a lot, that's not a good reason to use a carousel. Boil it down, make it concise, and just use one image, right? So that's where you got to think about your format to go. And all these, this is where when you do an ad, a lot of these kind of, they're not necessarily sequential. Your audience targeting is first and foremost, but then ad format, copy, assets, these kind of work together, and they may shift your thinking. You may go, I think I'm just going to do a plain image. And then once you think about your copy, all of a sudden you're like, you know what? This would be better in a carousel broken up. This is more captivating. Or you're like, I have a lot to say, but now as I'm getting clarity on it, I don't need a carousel. I just need an image. Or the message would be so much better in a video. This would be so much. It's hard to communicate this just in the written text. It would take a 10 picture carousel, and that's too much. Why don't we consolidate that and make it really powerful in a video, right? This is where your copy, and that maybe your copy is first. Copy is you kind of need to know what you're gonna do it on. You would need to know a format to help you figure out the copy. But again, these things go back and forth, if that makes sense. You got to be in the creative process. You have to be willing to change to whatever's going to make the best impact. Okay, let's see. You want it, again, creative assets is number 4. What are the visual components, the images, the videos, eye-catching, relevant to your message, high quality, optimized. Here's the big thing when it comes to visual components. You got to make sure it's optimized to your platform. Facebook, Instagram, especially if you're using a social media platform, they all have different optimizations. This is why using a real graphic artist and not some, person on Fiverr for $5 is a benefit, because hopefully professional, at least the ones I work with, graphic designers understand all the different realities of social media, so they can tell you, hey, here's the one to use on Facebook. Here's the one to use on Instagram. They're different because they have different DPI, different resolution, different formats, blah, 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 blah. So make sure, again, if you're going to spend money, spend on advertising, spend the right money. So, and we can help with that. If you need help with finding a designer that will actually do good work for you and make sure your ads don't look all pixelated and weird, we can help with that. Okay, finally, number 5. So number 1, when you're thinking about advertisements, think about your audience, think about the format, think about the copy, the words, both written and verbal if it's video. Think about the assets. How are you making those words pop? What images are you going to use? Are they connected to the message? Finally, is there a clear call to action? This is the one it always amazes me that it's like information, but then there's nothing. Maybe there's a number. I would say that's not a call to action. You putting your number or your address, it's not a call to action. A call to action is something clear and compelling that's telling them what to do. And I would encourage you not to use learn more. Learn more is not compelling. Learn more is like, it's back to that education thing. Hey, if you want some more education. No. It's like apply now, join now, call now, drop by now. Like, do something, and maybe it's compelling in a way. It says, 5% off this week, or something that compels them to take action today. Take action now. Don't dilly-dally. Don't put this on the fridge and think about it. No, right? Do something now. We're doing something now. We're offering a product now. We're doing a launch this week. Compel them. Compel them. Make it clear and make it compelling. That will help you in your marketing. Don't just give them information. Don't just put it in their court. You want to be in charge. You want them to feel the impetus to act, right? Marketing should always lead people to act. If your marketing leads people to understand, it is not good marketing. Let me say it again. If your marketing is helping people, give them information about you, it's not good marketing. Good marketing compels people to act. That's what you want to do. You do marketing to get customers, not to inform the world about your ideas, right? That's not a business. That's a blogger. Bloggers just tell people about things. Business owners actually, right, get clients. They serve clients. They sell products. They sell. So make sure your marketing is driving people to make a sell. Okay. There it is. This week, marketing mastery. I hope those things have helped give some insight. Tell me, where are you struggling specifically? Let's get on the phone. Let's have a chat. Let's see if I can help. I just want to help you guys. I want to help you guys soar. I want to help you guys make more money. When you make more money, the world is a better place. Employees are served, families are served, people are served, customers, and the people in your business. So let's make our businesses better. Audience, lead generator, ads. There's some things to chew on. If we can be of help, hit us up, HaltingWinter.com. Look at the links in the show notes. and join one of the masterminds. Man, I want you to, I think a mastermind, like I'm just so excited about the masterminds we're launching. I'm super excited about the plans we have in the future to make these things just off the charts. I look forward to the day, which we have a goal in the next year. By 2024, during 2024, we want to be known as the ultimate masterminds for small business owners. People go to conferences and they go to things. We want to be known as the mastermind creator. Like if you want an experience that's off the charts, that helps you build relationships with other small business owners for insights or feedback for a community of people that are rowing in waters like you, and you want actually not only the insights, but also the help applying those insights to your business so that you can grow, you're going to want to be a part of our masterminds. They're going to rock and roll. So looking forward to launching those. Be a part. You want to get in on the ground floor while the pricing is good. That's what I'll encourage you. Get in now while the pricing's good, because the price is only going to go up as we serve more and more clients. So love you guys. Keep on keeping on. Until next time.